I, Molly Pitcher, am pretty well known because of my part in 2 American wars, but I actually go by a nickname. My birth name was Mary, and I was born into the Ludwig family on October 13th, 1754, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There, I grew up with my older brother Johannes and my mother and father, Maria Margaretha and Johann George Ludwig. I loved my family dearly and valued education, but I wasn't allowed to go to school. Education for women was a waste of money. That's when I knew I would need to make a change. In the early 1777s, I married a barber named William Hayes, who worked in a town called Carlisle, Pennsylvania. You may know who he is, for his name was on the list of Tea Act enforcers. Molly was a name commonly given to women in my time named Mary, as I was. My husband traveled to fight in the Battle of Monmouth in 1778. I went with him. I brought water out to the soldiers on the battlefield, even in times of heavy British fire. This earned me the name Pitcher, or water carrier. When my husband was shot down or wounded, I took his place on the battlefield by swabbing out the cannon. A British cannonball passed between my legs and took off the bottom of my skirt. I simply said, "Well, that could have been worse," and continued my duty. When my husband and I returned home, I had a child named Johannes, or John, and in the late 1786, my husband passed away, leaving me and John to ourselves. In 1793, I married John Macaulay, another Revolutionary War veteran. We continued our peaceful lives in the town of Carlisle, where I became known as Sergeant Molly and made a living painting houses and windows, until I died on January 22nd, 1832, when I was 78 years old.